Okay, no. Steph TV. My brother, is it? My first meal in 3 days. Very straight. I wonder if there is a gay computer somewhere. The best one was straight beer, but I never got around to making a video. And when I did, they stopped selling it. Did you check out my straight tea video? Full of Feeling really full now. Hello, Felix. Where are you from, Felix? Stefan. Nicely cooked, no fat on them. Very good. But that's the first thing I've eaten in 3 days, so I may have a problem in a few minutes. But I am sat right next to the toilet. So, if I do, I'll wait until 2 o'clock, have a beer, then go home and lay down. I was thinking of naming my son Felix. Because an old girlfriend, when her dad died, he was Scottish, and no one in the family knew. I think his first name was Stephen, and when he died, he was a very religious man, and when he died, they found that on his birth certificate, his name was Stephen Felix Turney. Oh, cool, Felix. Hey, Jen. Yeah, I watched a new series called OA. I don't know if you know that series. Fucking brilliant. It's got like a Russian connection. You know, the girl was born in Russia, then moved to America. Really, if you haven't seen it, really good show. Have you seen that OA, Jen? Yeah, it is, yeah, it's on Netflix. It's fucking brilliant. I watched about 5 or 6 shows last night. It's about a girl that, it starts with this girl jumping off this bridge. It's, never seen a series like it. It's fucking intriguing to say the least. I had a little pastry yesterday and I've just had a plate of chips. I've lost about 2 kilos in the last 3 days. So from Sunday night, like on Monday, I was going home from the supermarket. I just moved the truck outside, and I just felt really bad. And it was 30 degrees. I felt really bad. I just went straight to bed, and then I started shit. I'd shit in the morning, and it just flew out. And then I just laid there for the next 18 hours, something like that. And that's what I'm maybe going to do next. But I do like losing weight when I'm sick. Yeah, I think yeah, I think it's food poisoning, Jen, from the chicken. I was looking forward to that chicken. Even joked when I was eating it, I don't care how much fucking foreign material you've got in you. George Costanza. That's it. Oh yeah, I don't suppose you're the real George. You did some great work on that show, George. The fact that chicken's great though. It's beautiful. It's massive. Just under 700 yen. It's fucking massive, but I'm sure it was that. I should get in touch with Costco, tell them that someone in their fucking kitchen's got fucking the enteritis vaccine. Did you know, Jen, that it affects you where you speak, believe it or not? And I noticed that day I was saying words differently. About 4 or 5 times I said, for example, instead of saying like writing, I said writening or something like that. And then I looked up on it, and apparently because of the link to the stomach runs through your throat, your esophagus, and it's next to your vocal box. And I read a lecturer or a public speaker, they get reflux, and I didn't know that. So these professional people that sing and talk for their living, they have problems with this, and it's all very interesting. What if that is not George Costanza, and it's my favourite comedian, Larry Larry Lloyd, what's his name? Larry Davids. So what do you think, Jen? After one little bit of food yesterday, will I be all right eating? I've eaten the plate of chips now. Will I be all right? Will the virus have worked its way out now? 3 days. Well, I guess Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, 2.5 days. Where's Felix? Are you in Felix? Are you still there? Are you in Russia? Are you in Russia or you moved from Russia, Felix? your family name is that? It sounds Finnish. Are you a girl or are you a boy? Like that looks like a female face in your avatar. Yeah, I received two. I actually put it on today. I received two masks, and I needed to go to the toilet at the hospital, and they wouldn't let me in. And I remembered I got a mask in the back of the motorcycle. So, and they checked my temperature for me. That was very good. So I was 36.1 degrees. You're the proud owner of a penis. But that still doesn't ask my question. Some Russian women are crazy, and you could have cut that off a boyfriend. No, I was driving from A to B, and I had a drink of water at had a cup. Oh, and I had a Coca-Cola, and then I needed to visit the toilet because it's still the poo is still coming out. So I just rammed in some toilet paper, and that stopped the deluge. So refer to Felix. Did any of your boyfriends say, "Look, this is my penis, and I'm very proud of it"? Yeah, at one point I was like Monday night. I was like a bit concerned. You know, if I've got the virus. So. When Ricky's trying to convince me just because you haven't got a temperature doesn't mean you haven't got it. You can be a cunt like that. Yes, Felix, wait until you get Raynaud's disease. Then you won't be so proud. No, I don't think if you're not gay, it's just. Well, I think a good way to tell if you're gay is look at the people on the internet, like young boys, 16, 17, 18, 19, who are giving makeup lessons. I'm fucking already feeling sick now just thinking about it. If you watch that, if you don't vomit or gag or try to vomit, maybe gag's the wrong word, then you could be gay. But oh fucking hell. Oh my god. I don't mind straight gays at all because they're funny, intelligent. But the ones that like camp it up, oh my god. I used to live with this girl. She's my friend's sister, and I lived with her for a while, and she had quite a few gay friends. But these girls are called fag hags, and she was, "Am I a fag hag?" Oh, I couldn't be fucking being that and listening to all the fucking complaints. All right, Dash. I just realised, I suppose not having anything to eat in the last 3 days will make you a little bit tired. Which city are you from, Felix? I think I've only ever been to Russia in better times. I just on a stopover flight. I took an aeroflot flight from Tokyo to England. I went in the bar. There's a Guinness bar, Irish bar in Moscow airport. The fucking on the Aeroflot, I don't Aeroflot, but the the aerosters at that time were very butch, and there's massive leg room. It's like flying a military plane. Massive room on the plane. Massive room. Yeah, I don't. If I come across it, like I shouldn't use come across it when it's happened to, and I just like swear I couldn't watch more than 3 hours of gay porn. Ulan Ude, no. Oh, is that your town? No, mate, I haven't. No. In Japanese, Ude means arm. Ulan. That sounds Mongolian. In another In another 9 minutes, I think. Five, is that 5 minutes? What time is it now? 54, anybody? Anybody got 54? But the good thing is, this will come up. Jockey. Yeah, I've had a laid bike on, yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty famous lake, isn't it? Oh, titties to my right. Titties to my right. And titties to the left. 12:54, that's what I thought. So I've got 5 minutes before I can order a 200 yen beer. You get a 200 yen beer in there. How much is the beer in your part of the world? I guess it's a bit dangerous giving happy hour to Russians. Are you working, Dash? Just go and get a drink of water. Ah, that's it. That's why it sounds. Ulaanbaatar. That is the capital of Mongolia. Yeah? In my city has something in common with Russia because we also have a River Don in my city, and there is a River Don in Moscow, I think. But I'm guessing that your River Don is a lot bigger than our River Don. Has any of you ever taken Epsom salts? Maybe time the next message comes up, it'll be 2 o'clock, and I can order that 200 yen beer. My cunt, how are you going? There is a River Don in Russia. In my city, Sheffield in England, there is also a River Don. Same name river. Or maybe you might say it different. You might say it different in Russian. Oh, that coffee smells good, but I didn't get a drinks. Very good things about it. You know, they would like give you their last bit of food. So I took, for some reason I just thought that I got like a lot of food dislodged in my gut, and this was why. I was overweight or I got an extended belly. So I took some Epsom salts at my auntie's and then had a cup of tea. And I waited 20 minutes and nothing was happening, so I decided to go. But then just as I walked around the corner, I felt something. I had to run back. Luckily the toilet was outside the house, like in the entrance. And I managed to get in the toilet, and this fucking jet of hot shit just fired out of my arse. It was like a fucking... It would have knocked someone over, honestly. It just fired out of my arse. And I was there for quite a while. And then, luckily, the next time was like a couple of hours later when I managed to get home. And it continued, so it's a lucky I didn't try to walk it home. No, you don't eat it. You don't eat it, Jen. You put it in a hot drink, like tea. That's how you take it. I love Bill Bear. And I was very happy I discovered him before he became really famous. It was about 2 years ago, I think 3 years ago. Fucking excellent, love him. But he tends to have some bee in his bonnet about Britain. Ryan, I just want to say what I say to all people like you who are trying to get a rise out of me, trying to take the piss. You just fucking piss me off now. I have no idea what poggers is. I don't even want to know. Yeah, I know someone. He's got one of these baths at his own, but he's fucking drugged out of his mind. He's from New York, and he has these Epsom salts. It's a Nantucket bath, and it's to make you like be at peace with the earth or something like this. Can everyone just look at this Ryan Anderson's dickhead comment before I find out where he lives and burn this fucking house down? No, there was never any quarantine. There was just like baths and schools were shut down and maybe cinemas. Okay, if you can burn his house down, I'll send you some money. Yeah, it has the last few days though. It returned more to normal over the last week, and new cases have risen. So 73, that's been the highest in quite a while. A few bars were closed down for a while, for about a month, something like that. Yeah, that's right, a few bars were closed down. Oh dear. Well, they say steroid drug kills or it saves 30%, 35% of victims. So some good news at last. But when you get like countries like Peru and other second world or third world countries, and they've got a much lower death rate than Italy, Spain and England and America. What the fuck is going on? You know, Spain, Italy and England or UK, they've got like a death rate of about 600 people per million. And you get in lots of other countries, even Pakistan have got like a lower death rate than that. Lots of them have got, 100 or less than 100. Thanks, Jen. That's just the news I was looking for. Of course you can get your presents this year. And as I've just had gastroenteritis, a little nice surprise in there for you. Oh, and I don't. I'm sure that most people don't believe Corona is fake. Oh my God! There's fucking these things about this virus. They never stop, do they? It's always one thing after another. This girl here, she's the hardest working person I know. She works in the kitchen usually. Then when she's done in the kitchen, she comes out. Sometimes she brings the food from the kitchen to the table. She's fucking. I asked her if she'd got a husband or boyfriend, and she says yes. Are you trying to upset me, Felix? No, it's not Southern England, it's Northern England. Sheffield. Nice one, AB, I like that one. I remember I was doing the Santa for quite a few years at the Marriott, and I took the suit on one night, and I went. My kids were like just finished in the bath, and I walked in the room and I Santa's brought you presents, and my son's that face was just lit up, and he's just looking at me like that, and he goes, "Daddy." I goes, "How do you know?" He says, "Your socks." You fucking northern geezer. That's what Southerners sound like. Want to talk about it? Talk about what, Ebby? I don't wanna talk about it. How you broke my. Whose song was that? That's a great song, isn't it? Yeah, I just can't fucking stand Japan. The good ones are very good, but the fucking bad ones, the ones on the internet, the voices they use are just fucking mental. Debbie, I've just, thank you. Arigato. I've just had gastroenteritis and maybe still got it for the last 3 days. I've had a plate of chips and I've lost about 2 kilos, I think, something like that. So that's good. But they do make some of the best commercials, the Japanese, without a doubt. The funny ones, the great. But I guess lots of nations make good commercials, yeah. Upset? No, I always look like this, Eddie. Are you a girl? You sound like a girl. Well, the name sounds like a girl. You like the? Is it pronounced with a silent D? When I go through the streets and I get little kids looking at me and shouting Santa, that's very enjoyable. And so for lots of young people, it's very, very real. So we don't really want to spoil it for those kids, do we? So it's one of the best days of their life. Oh, by the way, Felix, I don't have a TV, so I don't. The only time I used to watch TV was at a Chinese restaurant near me on a Sunday night. I enjoyed watching it for those 1 or 2 hours. And a local one near to me, but I don't watch now. I must admit this is pretty good. I've been on here 42 minutes. I've had like a glass of water, a plate of chips, a glass of wine, this. Oh my God, that was good. And my intestines are holding still. Where's Dash? You said alone, then it's fucked off. Ed turned up. Hey Jen, thanks for the contribution the other day. You and another guy called Murray joined the family fun. Ed, I watched that film you recommend. Well, I didn't watch it. I just switched it off after 20 minutes. I just cannot get into that at all. I don't like horrible characters. But it showed what a good actor he was. When you look at the role that he played in the Bourne series, God, a great actor, but I just couldn't get into it. No, I don't like any of those, apart from Queen songs. No, I don't. I'm not into rock at all. Too noisy. Albert Finney. I just can't remember what song caught me in, but his character just depressed me so fucking much. The guy in the prison, just the character just depressed me so much. But I've only been inside a prison once. That was to visit my dad. Me and the brother next to me, we went to see him in Lancaster prison. My mum lost the fucking return tickets home. Those who come. They were divorced then, and he's trying to kiss my mum in the prison, which was very, very fucking awkward. Yeah, my brother-in-law used to like all those type of records. Do you remember the film that was set in my city, Sheffield? Uh, Full Monty. You remember that film? I just got. I think I just got married, or just before I got married. It was just so fucking depressing. Didn't find it funny at all. In primary school. Fucking serious. That's some kind of fucking brainwashing there, isn't it? So if you take a primary school to fucking prison and all the fucking inmates, and majority of inmates are fucking black, that's fucking set your mind for life. And Errol Brown, a black singer of this group, comes on. Very cool. My sister loved him. Very cool dude. Bald head, moustache. And they had some great hits in the 1980s, I think it was. And every time I see a queue now, a Japanese bus stop, I'm just reminded of the Full Monty song. Hello, Tyler. Where are you from? Sounds a bit Russian, but I welcome Russians to my channel. Yeah, more or less, they have to work or they don't get any reduction in the sentence. You're not a typical Tyler, are you, Tyler? You know, like Tyler, Kyle, Karen. I saw one on. I saw one on the Facebook today, and it was a this woman, black woman, took her three kids shopping, and one of her boys had stood on the bottom shelf to reach a fucking drink, and she called the fucking police. And she used her body to stop the car from moving out of the car. She called the police because the boy stood on the bottom shelf of a rack to reach a fucking drink. Can you fucking believe that? No, it's. Am I a typical Gary? No, I'm not a typical Gary actually because my name is spelled Garry. And when I was about 9, I got fed up writing. I'm a lazy cunt. I got fed up of writing 2 R's and it became 1 R. So no, I'm not a typical Gary. No. If you're writing Japanese, it just hurts my brain. Can you just use a Google Translate? No, the RP accent actually is very. It's about 5. It's about 5% of the population. All right, Keith. It's very. It's a hard. No one likes it. Only foreigners like it. He shared an apartment with this girl, and he's trying to go in with them. He's working class and she's middle class, and then it's taken over by an English actress who's also like middle class. It's a very very funny show, and but even though it was funny, the BBC refused to give him a third series, and then they eventually stopped and gave him the show. And he based this series on American shows where you would get more laughs per minute than English shows. And like I say, it's a great show, but he ended up marrying this girl. Spoiler. He ended up marrying this girl in the show, and then they made a new series where now they've got kids, and it's not as funny. We're talking to me. I live in Japan. Did I miss something there? Am I missing the secret language then? He's talking about his granddad. She's alright, funny face, but not too bad. Remind me of America. Just so fucking sweet, the drinks. The opium pipe. Yeah, I think so. It's yeah. Well, I think if he went into a pub in London and started talking like that, I think someone would smack him. Okay, man. Give him a challenge. Did you get the will change? Well, my old mate is 89 and he's just taken a driving test. He hasn't had an accident in 70 years or been involved in an accident. Okay, well, I hope it goes as best it can with that. So. I'm just thinking that Jen had got that. Jen, if you'd have got that 500,000. So, love. What about, well, can't you, Ed, why can't you, like, give your sister some drugs and put her into, like, a coma? Get into it that way. What if, what if the Grim Reaper is not the Grim Reaper? What if he's the Grim Reaper? Is that any better? The Raper that didn't like doing his job and that made him grim. Don't fear the Reaper. I was thinking of doing, I don't know if anyone's done it, but what I wanted to do is get like a pattern of the Grim Reaper and then put it on a cushion. And so you'd have the Reaper on a cushion and it'd be like a Reaper cushion. When do you get your spanner? You probably by accident as the others got theirs. Send $50 to myenzo@yahoo.com and you can have a spanner. Yeah, Jennifer's wasn't, but the Geeks and Ed's was. So I didn't know what the things were. I bet Mike's seen in that in the pub every Friday night. You've been following me since the start, really? Or maybe. Oh, I did? Okay, man. How did I meet my wife? Can you remember? Okay, here's a question for you then. If you, that's right. Yeah, it's in a store. Yeah, we worked at the same company. Here's a question then. Where did I first meet or see Sylvester Stallone? Math is great. Well, it would be if you said maths. Okay, math is great. What is the cube root of 4096? Nope. Yeah, there's a good question. Yeah, when I first came here, I, I was teaching a mama san at this club. I was very new here. And I just said, this book is wrong. We don't say math, we say maths. Talking about Sylvester Stallone, where did I first see Sylvester Stallone? Is it? I don't think it's 2000 no. I think it's eight. No, that can't be right, can it? No, it's Aussie place. No, it's no. I don't groom the beard. I don't do anything. I acted in it. I wouldn't say I was an actor. Or maybe I got it was 64 times 64. I don't know who's Jay Foreman. No, I didn't say that. No. Sylvester Stallone was very friendly to everybody, and he didn't go back to the. He didn't go back to his digs or his caravan, whatever. He stayed on the set talking to everybody. Oh, okay. No, I met. I didn't. I didn't meet him. I wanted to ask him for an autograph. He was pulled over on Wilshire Boulevard. He just turned off the drive. I think it's that Ocean Drive. He came out. There was like some kind of meeting or party. It was about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, lunchtime, and he came out of there and he was a black AMG Mercedes, and he screeched off. And there was a cop car going the other way, and he did a U-turn and followed him. And it had been like 1988, I think. And he followed him and he pulled him over and he gave him a ticket. No, it was growth hormone, wasn't it? Ed, you know if you go on other, when you go on other live broadcasts, do you say check out our Gary? My pickup line. I said no, I just want to go out for a meal. She said yeah. Like, it's not. She's a Japanese girl. It's not going to be nice tits, is it? Sylvester. Sylvester. Yeah, it was that growth hormone he'd been taking probably from his late 50s, yeah, or 60s. Isn't there? I forget where it is now. You can produce that somewhere naturally in your body, the growth hormone. I just forget where it is now. Thank you, Ed. Oh la la. Jen, yeah, I think my chat line now would be, do you still get moist? Maybe just have one more beer. She's quite attractive, this girl that works in the kitchen, I said before, hard worker. But she's married. I asked her. I would have asked her out if she had been married. She'll bring the beer here soon, okay. Mike Contisoni. Oh dear. Maybe she's here now. My beer is here. Thank you very much. Lovely. No, you can take. Right, arigato. And that one, and maybe that one could on. Cheers. What do you think that is in? What is that in? What's that in Japanese? Ed? Are you moist? Probably would be stała better deska. I don't like a big arse. I think a nice slim bum is nice. Better, you know. Better. Better, never. Well, next time I go out in town, I'll ask a girl. I asked a girl if she liked it. Bicho. Don't be a bicho. Urui. Uroi. Shit, man, it's come. I watched the film last night. You know that Kumail, that Indian Pakistan comedian who's in America now, Kumail Najani. I'm not sure of his name. It looks like he's going to be the first Pakistani superstar. And he was with this black girl in this film. She was quite nice. Thick thighs save lives. More like fucking thick thighs start fires. Oh! Stop knocking heroin addicts. Yeah, this is what we're going back to the Sharona thing. I saw something where it says it was losing its potency. And then in the same article or the one next to it, it's not losing its potency. Sometimes I want to fucking shoot the people that write these stories. Well, when I was a young man waiting to get served at the bar in the Limit, we used to get tit rubs. The girls would walk past us brushing their tits against our backs. I will survive. Was that Diana Ross song that I will survive? The band Paw Patrol. Yeah, once it's getting out now. So Barack Obama, famous boxer, he hated the British because his granddad used to tell him what the British used to do to the Kenyans, and not just the Kenyans, all the places where the British went. They were really, really fucking sadistic, worse than fucking Hitler. And this is where Hitler got the idea from concentration camps. He got that from the British. They did it to the Kenyans. That's one thing I'd like to see is the let's hound the descendants of the slave traders and the people that made all the money from Africa, the people that made all the money from India. Let's fucking hound those people to make sure it never ever happens again. So, so Jennifer, so you're trying to say you would do a throat job on the on the Rona, and that's how you get to be number one geek. She's pretty or stylish, a bit of a boy's face, but just listen to me sing. I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a bit of a whore. So what was? Hello, I'm back. What's the one thing you hate about me? I'm too honest. No, I switched off. I clicked on that. I clicked on the "I Will Survive" video link that Ed posted, and I'd seen it before, but I forgot the ending. It's very funny. Well, I think it's been about 1 hour, and I don't want to shit, or I don't want to kind of a shit. I call it more like a watering down. I don't know if I've ever told you my position on people that promote God on in public. There was one woman who was in Tokyo, and this big fat blonde-haired woman said to me, "Do you believe in God?" I says, "No, I don't." Her reply was, "Well, you should." Looking for her, I'd forgot my train knife that day. That was mine. Was that Gloria Gaynor? Fuck off! What was the convincing argument, Jen? I'm losing it. Oh, they're moist. Look, there's only one thing to know about religion and God. It's just that the people who were in on the game from the beginning, they just realised it was a power. You know, they can elect leaders. The church can elect leaders. No, I used to smell my wife's knickers every night, and she always used to say, "Can't you wait till we get home?" I talk to you that way. No, don't stop with your moist talk. Don't stop. Anyway, let's change subject to something else that might make you moist. There was something on the news on the internet today that a Facebook boss reckons that they got Donald Trump elected last time and they could do it in 2020. When you mean she threw water in his face? So do you think it's I don't know who the bigger wankers, Redditors or Facebook people, the the owners. So there is an old guy near my warehouse who wants work, and he says he'll work for 500 yen an hour. And I think I could give him some money for a few days. Like I think I know he knows my young friend Keizo says he knows me. So yeah, he's the enemy of the state. That was a fucking good film. That. Pike is such as this figure, and a lot of these black singers. I watched Blake, and he's supposed to be the most popular fucking black dude ever or rapper. And I listened to his songs, and they were just fucking total nonsense. Bono should do a new song instead of 1-3. Was it one? What's this? What's that song that Bono sings? One something. Is that a good shit? So there's this guy from a long, long time ago in England. When toilets used to be at the bottom of the garden, and it was always in the garden. And the next door neighbour, they had a young, attractive daughter, and she would go to the toilet and go back a certain time every day. And so this guy's got problems. So he goes to his doctors. Can you give me some advice? I want to talk to this girl. I'd like to ask this girl out on a date. How can we start things off? And he said, well, just simple. Just ask her. Just start a conversation. The next time you see her in the garden, just start a conversation. And so this girl, they're in the garden the next day, and he's like doing a bit of gardening, and so this girl goes into the toilet, and he stands up waiting for her to come out, and he looks at her, and she looks at him, and she's like, "Mm." And he says to her, "Has that a good shit?" It's I know if I'm right. I don't even know the. I don't. I hardly know the song. He was very big all over the world. I've hardly heard of him. The woman in red. Okay, can I just assure you that I have never thought about your pickup. I don't know why he's so popular because I've never fucking heard of the guy. What is his famous song? Never heard of them. Oh, just was it just famous in the British colonies? Yeah, yeah, I knew it was Irish. Yeah. Oh no, Brian Adams. He had a good song. Woman in was it Woman in Red? If you love a woman, make sure that she's not your wife. I got the Rona in Girona from two gentlemen. Yeah, we're still going, Dash. Where did you go? The whole kit and caboodle. Just. Well, I better speak up then, Dash. Oh, what time is it now? Well, no, times, it's about 20 past. 20 past the hour. I'm trying to think what time it is, but I might have a wine and a piece of cheesecake, and that'll be enough food for the last 3 days. Has anyone been watching this Sarah Cooper? She's been mimicking the Donald Trump's Donald Trump speeches. She's from originally from, well, her parents are from Jamaica. I think I can treat myself to this, as I haven't had anything in the last few days. What do I think of that guy? If I came across him, I'd probably want to kill him, to be truthful. Yeah, you can violate someone like that, and then by the power of money get freed from that, and then become like an internet star or whatever, or a famous person because of that, and people actually praise him or find him interesting, I'd kill him. I'd probably choke him to death. That's what I would do. I don't know. I've probably spent some time in an institution. I'm not too sure. How long was he in prison for? Work the kitchen, deal. I want. Hey, Robin. Thank you. You're very kind. Yeah, I think I'm almost out of the woods. Well, I've been eating and drinking for the last hour, so, and I haven't had the urge to go to the toilet, so that's good. Thank you. はい。私にとってあんまりたくさんじゃない。What's that television series like? How I Met Your Oh, yeah, 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 she does. She's regretting now. But she said I drank a lot today, but I've only had two wines and two beers, so not really a lot. Sissy Spacek. Did Sissy Spacek come in any other good series or films after Carrie? That was a fucking pretty good film. I've heard of that. I'm not sure if I've seen it or I might have, but I used to go out with a coal miner's daughter. I might have seen it actually. And then she had a coal miner for a boyfriend. That was me. And because I went down pit, the bucket list was in the bucket. Was that a recent one? Yeah? The guy that started the bucket list is dead. Maybe 8 years ago. No, it's not. If you burped, I'm just checking this idea. Don't worry about it. So things like that. They're not bothered about things like that. I don't. It's, no, but some things just people they just accentuate or they just fucking exaggerate what people from certain cultures do. When I drove across America, I was so close to visiting the house where Ronald Reagan was born. I should have gone and took a fucking shit on the doorstep. The funniest thing is, Ronald Reagan used to be he was the head of the Actors Union. Yeah, it's funny. They said that wasn't a hit. The Shawshank Redemption because of what they named it, but it's still a fuck it. But people surely they heard what a great film it was. I think maybe you missed a T out of that, didn't you? Get busy living or get busy dieting. But he was the young virgin that fell in love with Big T. Remember that buddy? About that buddy? Remember that guy from? They always played the baddies in Cowboys, Richard Widmark. So before most of you came along today, I was talking about a series I just started watching yesterday called OA. And when I looked at the IDMB, I saw this name and I just assumed it was a bloke, and it was. So it should be, it could be very, very rare. But the woman that stars in it is also one of the screenwriters. She wrote this with another person, and I was fucking amazed that this. So she go, oh, I wrote this brilliant series, and she did a Sylvester Stallone, and I want to be the person that plays this. Oh wait, it's a great fucking series on Netflix. Yeah, Rita Hayworth. Yeah, who was Hayworth? Just tells you, Rita Hayworth. You're fucking deaf. Rita gave great wood. That's the battery noise. You enact them away. Oh dear. What have you been drinking today, Mike? You got a day off? Where do you make records, Press Record Studio? Oh, a nice one, geek. That's quite funny. I wonder if everyone gets that. Press Record Studios, are you going to reply to my question? I don't reply to all comments, you know. You should be honoured. So did no one watch that Sarah Cooper? No one watched her. I watched some different things that she does. She's a stand-up comic as well. She's quite fun for a person that's black but not so black. She's a what? Yeah, I think Goodfellas was a good movie. I was going to say something then, but when Jen's last remark, but maybe I should maybe I should hold that back. I don't. Did I mention that before, Jen? When I was this big Canadian black girl, and she left a pair of knickers on the top of her washing machine. When I went to do a job at her house, she left a big pair of knickers on her washing machine, and that's how kind she was because she must have guessed I'd be looking through her helpings here. So いっぱい飲んだだったら、so お姉さんはいっぱいあなたにとってはいっぱいは何本？私飲めないから。飲まない？飲めないの。どうしたの？飲むと気持ち悪くなっちゃう。そう？イントラヴィーナスは？イントラヴィーナス、ベインで、血管で、血管で飲む。そうしようかな。でもなんか少しビールこれぐらい飲むだけでもう顔が赤くなってドキドキして気持ち悪くなる。もう一回だけ病院に行ったことが。そんなに？そんなに。Oh dear。だからそれたくさん飲めるからいいなと思って。だから今maybe彼は食べる今日。ありがとう。Thank you。 I don't know if you heard her on the said that what she was saying that if she has just a little bit, she vomits. She'd have to go to the hospital. And then she said, and your face isn't helping. Tendeki? What, you actually knew that? Ed, you actually knew that? That Japanese skills me very, very fucking good if you knew Tendeki. I only knew Kikan, which is like, was a vein issue. Yeah, so Jen, back to the knicker smelling, my favourite subject. Would you be upset? Did your questionable boyfriend never smell at your knickers? Jasmine and sandalwood. No, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say I love you to a man unless he sends $50 to my. Unless he sends $50 to myenzo@yahoo.com at PayPal. Yeah, but the thing is, though, those the underpants that are stolen are clean. I'm against stealing clean underpants. I don't care. I'm going to say I love you to men, unless it's someone that deserves respect, like Ed. No fun in clean undies. There you go. That's for people. It could be an in joke, but when Nin says do you want to put? Could be a T-shirt. Was that intended or unintended, Ed? Jen, that could have. Jen, that could have killed someone. That joke with the no fun and clean undies, was it intended or was it an unintended fun? So when Ed said there's no fun in clean underpants, so fun is in Japanese is the word for shit. So bafun is all shit. Kafun, mosquito shit. Panty eater. That can make a good T-shirt actually. No fun in clean undies. It's a fucking great t-shirt. Steph steals pants for Leslie. Yeah, well, he's getting the meat and two veg. Gary's gutter talk. I was just inspired by gutterettes. I should try that for my next live stream. Gary's gutter talk. In England, it's not. No, in England, Leslie's a man's name. My sister is Leslie, and Leslie is. Oh, am I go? No, that's right, isn't it? Lesley, and Leslie for a man is Leslie. Yeah, well, that's right, but someone said it differently. So geek got it wrong. Send $50 to no, send $100. Send $100 to myends.yahoo.com. It's the best way to get rid of bullshitters. I guess most people are just guessing it's an English name, but obviously, like people from overseas take foreign names, don't they? So you lost your vape. Hello. Oh, she's cute. I'm on my fifth drink, and I'm talking to beautiful people in the restaurant. I, my name is Inigo Montoya. Were you in High Chaparral? That was a great fucking series. I used to go to my grandma's every Sunday and watch that, the High Chaparral. That's it. Da, 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 da. You may bark like a dog, but all that comes out here is just fucking letters. Yeah. Oh, she's a giggler. We don't need no stinky badges. Dark optics. Is that dark optics or dark optics pics? No, yeah. Oh my God. Now's the time when you wish you had more time. Just going to shut down. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on Gary's Gutter Talks. Bye bye. Oh, that's fantastic.